Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robbie, and today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. So my buddy Bobby Dukart put out a tutorial a couple days ago where he carved a super spooky pumpkin, and I thought it turned out really cool. So I decided that I'm gonna try it. But the first thing we're gonna need is a pumpkin. Okay, come in, pumpkin. Here's my pumpkin.
Beautiful transition.
Tori, you said that you were gonna bring a pumpkin.
But I brought myself. I am your pumpkin.
Oh, well, I guess it's a good thing I brought this backup pumpkin. Okay, Tori, are you ready to watch this tutorial on what we're Sorry.
Are you okay?
I'm just imagining two Tories.
Two of me.
Two Tory. Are you ready for this tutorial?
I'm ready now.
Okay, let's watch.
It doesn't even sound like a real word.
I know, okay, anyway. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna wanna do is draw a face on our pumpkin with some magic marker. Looks pretty good. And then, clean it up with some acetone, as Baba said. Go ahead and cut out your pumpkin face like you do. Traditional Halloween time pumpkin carving.
Does he not cut off the top for his pumpkin?
I think he does that afterwards. Take a big old bite. I'm gonna make Tori bite. I'm gonna make her bite into the pumpkin like that.
Why would you do that?
It's part of the tutorial, Tori. You have to do it. You have to follow the tutorial.
That's gross, though.
Tutorial. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so once you're done taking a big old bite, you just get some acetone, clean up your magic marker, cut off that bad boy top, pull the brain out, and then you eat some of the brains. Eat the brains. You're gonna eat the brains. You're gonna be.
That's so gross.
Then you get 2 oranges.
Not 1, not 3.
Paint those bad boys white. These are gonna be your eyeballs. Then you're gonna want to draw out the pupil just like this. He's using like metallic paint, but I probably won't do that because I'm lazy.
We don't have that.
We don't. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Draw out the blood vessels in your eye.
Oh, that looks fancy.
Put all the fun details. He made one iris bigger than the other to kind of give it like a crazy look. Then you get some translucent white clay, and then you make those into sharp, pointy things. Oh yes, stab my enemies with these. Oh. Bake these bad boys in the oven for 15 minutes. Take some black and green food dye, mix that bad boy together, and then you just cover the whole inside of your pumpkin with it. So then you have a super dark inside of a pumpkin. Isn't that really cool?
Wow, that's actually really cool. I should have done that with mine.
And then you color in the red of the mouth so that it has almost like a blood tint to it. Ooh.
Blood.
Take out your sharp doodads out of the oven, spray it with some clear gloss, and then you just go ham, insert in the teeth. He used a drill bit for this. It helps a lot. And then you put in your eyes.
Aww.
Dude, that looks amazing.
That is so much better than like any pumpkin we carved this year.
Then he added like a little stitch on his eyeball right here. So what you do is you get some twine, some super glue to kind of like make a needle to help you put it through. Yeah, that's pretty neat, right? Like it makes it look like the eye is like tearing apart.
That's so cute. I thought he just like taped it on.
No.
Taped it on.
Put it all together. Oh, what a spooky pumpkin Tori to branch. Whoa, oh my god, so scary.
Oh no, it's Santa hat's even more spookier.
Yeah, he added like a Santa hat. I don't know how important that really is. I mean, we can.
I think it's very important.
I guess we will if we really have to. But yeah, that's the tutorial. You ready to do it?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Let's do it. Okay, so here's our pumpkin. You gotta slap it to make sure it's good. So the first thing we're gonna do is draw on our face. Okay, so Tori, do you wanna do the mouth and I'll do the eyes? Or how do you wanna do this?
You can do the eyeballs and I'll do the mouth.
He did kind of like a crazy, like, almost like it's a cracked. I feel like I messed up the eye already. Dang it. Okay, so that's one eye.
Pretty big eyeball.
That's a really big eyeball. I already know I messed up. I don't know how jagged I'm supposed to make it exactly.
Whatever your heart tells you. You know, if it tells you make it very jagged, make it very jagged.
Yeah, that looks, this is looking pretty good for the eyes. Okay, Tori, don't mess up on the mouth.
Okay, I'm ready. So, his mouth encompasses the eyeball. Oh no.
Okay, you
that didn't work out. I'm gonna give him little teeth just for now, so we can envision it. Yeah, and that's pretty smooth. Oh my god, he looks like Spider-Man! Or he looks like, I guess Venom, yeah! Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't make any mistakes. This is perfect. 10 out of 10. Tapping out.
Okay, you ready to carve this bad boy, Tori? Okay, and luckily, Tori has this fun little saw tool that I'm gonna use.
It does break very easily though.
So if this breaks, don't worry, we have a backup. This bad boy.
I feel like we should almost just use that one to begin with.
I think it might be too powerful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and drill the eye holes. Now it makes it really easy to just insert. There we go. I think it's dying. I do like this, but I feel like I'm just gonna have to go with the bigger tool. I've never carved pumpkin like this before. I'm only familiar with carving wood. Why does it want to go in? I just don't want to break it. I'm starting to think it didn't go all the way through. Okay, other eye. That didn't turn out too bad. I'm happy with that. Okay, Tori Dobransky, are you ready to do this?
Aww.
There you go.
I messed up a little bit, but it's okay.
It's good?
Great. I'm having a blast.
Oh!
That's how I carve pumpkins, Robby. I just stab it.
It looks pretty good. Okay, on to the next step. We have to take off the head. Man, this thing really just kind of sucks. Oh, okay. Come on. Oh, yes. Yummy. Okay, Tori, I'm cutting off a piece for you to eat.
No, I'm not. That's gross.
It's sacrificial. No. It's tradition.
You can have it.
It's tradition.
You can have
now
it.
we just scoop out all the brains. Okay, time to make baby throw up. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. Oh, God.
Get it out.
Oh, it's okay. Get it out, man.
You need to hold his hair back.
Oh, God. Is that my hand?
There's a human in there.
Oh, God. Pumpkin. Who did you eat? Ah, it's stuck on me. Okay. Yeah, I know how to do it. Okay, so unfortunately I didn't come into this prepared, and I didn't buy any clay that I could make into teeth. But I loved how these teeth came out in my Halloween video that I made. You can watch that right here. Here's a little clip. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot, actually. Anyway, I like this so much, I think that I'm just gonna basically make these teeth. And the way that we do that is we get these long, oh no, we get these long acrylic nails, like this. Then we go ahead and cut them down and paint them white. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Okay, yeah, now we just have to paint all these bad boys. I think we should put this on something so I don't get paint all over everything. Okay, so we get our little cups of mayo here. I'm not actually using mayo, guys. It's acrylic white paint. Now paint these bad boys. Okay, so we got all the teeth done, and while we're waiting for these to dry, we might as well also paint the eyes white. I also got apples in case we want, like, I don't know, more like options. Okay, now we just gotta wait for these bad boys to dry. Okay, so Tori's taking a snack break. Look how cute she is, wow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and paint the inside of this bad boy. You're a bad boy, aren't you? Let's go ahead and add our black food dye. I'm hoping that's enough. A little bit of water. Mix, mix, mix. Oh man, that is so dark actually. I think this might work. Oh. Okay, I'm actually gonna flip him over and go in through the head. Now to paint the inside. Oh wow, that's actually working pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this actually. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks almost exactly like Babadook's. Now we need to add the red inside of his lips and his eyes. Give me a kiss, big boy. Oh, dang, that looks spooky. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna turn off the lights really quick, actually. Ooh, spooky, spooky. And there's even more spooky to come. Isn't that right, Tori Dobransky?
What?
There's more spooky to come.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, come on. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add the teeth. Yeah, so that's what it looks like with the teeth. Now we gotta add his eyeballs.
I think it even looks super cool without the eyes. Look how creepy that is.
We need eyeballs. I think we need eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Okay, so Tori's gonna paint the first eyeball.
So I'm going to make a little green circle, and then we're gonna go ahead and make a little outline of it. Perfect. And then it looks like he colored in the little center with black. Okay, that looks pretty spooky. And then he kind of like drew lines like this. Yeah, it looks pretty accurate. Okay, then we're gonna add the little lines. think I'm done. Did I do good?
Wow, that's a pretty good little eyeball.
Pretty spooky eyeball.
Okay, now it's my turn for the other eyeball. Okay, so here's our eye hole. Oh my gosh, Bobby. I don't know how I'm gonna make it as detailed as yours. I'm looking at it right now. Such talent. I just want to do it justice. Starting out great. I'm gonna do the outside. Now for the red squiggly guys. And then Bobby added a little dot right there. I guess it's like a sparkle in his eye. Wow, such sparkle. I feel like I need to fix this. Good enough. Yeah, those look like some pretty spooky eyes. Woo! Now let's shove them in there. Oh. Big eye and little eye. Oh my god, that already looks crazy. Okay, you do your side, I'll do my side.
Bam, got my eyeball in. Toothpicks are the way to go.
Oh god, he looks so crazy.
Pretty good.
It's like, woo! Now we're gonna add the stitching on the eye. I only need a couple of these, so boop boop. Tori suggested I use drill. Can we go ahead and get our twine? Go ahead and do the hard part, or make it into the hard part with super glue. Oh man, now we have to let this dry. Okay, poke it through. Or should we start from this side maybe, or do it from this side? Up in there. On to the next. Boop. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not as good of a job as Bobby did. Not nearly as clean, but you know, we tried.
Sorry, Bobby. We're sorry. Please don't be mad.
Ooh, yeah. No. Well, that didn't turn out as expected, Tori.
No, it did not.
I didn't know that smoke machines set off the fire alarm.
You didn't know the smoke machine set off the smoke detector? Who would have guessed?
I made mistakes. I just wanted to make this thing look spooky. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna finish showing it off. Yes. Ooh. Woo! Dang, this turned out pretty good. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty creepy.
Look at his eyes.
It's like, I love it. So just for a comparison really quick, this is ours. And this is Bobby's.
I think we did great. I hope we made Bobby Duke Art proud.
I hope you like this Bobby Duke art. I hope we made Bobby Duke proud.
We also added some fake blood to make him look very spooky. I think it gave it a little zest, a little spice to it.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robbie. This is my craft corner. And about 1 year ago today, I tried Bobby Duke Art's tutorial on how to carve a scary pumpkin. Mine admittedly turned out a little bit derp, but you know, it's okay, because this year, according to my sources, aka Twitter, Bobby Duke Arts is gonna be making another pumpkin carving video, and I don't know exactly what his pumpkin's gonna look like yet, so I'm just gonna have to make the scariest pumpkin I can. Like I said, I don't know when his video is coming out, so his video might come out before mine, I don't know. I could always just text him, but that's what a sane person would do. Also guys, according to my girlfriend, Tori the grocery store down the street sells giant pumpkins. So I'm really hoping she's right. I'm gonna go check them out and go get one. Wait. This is that Airbnb that I was in before. My whole life is a lie. Trick was just not to pull that hard. Hey guys, fingers crossed. Big guy. Oh, we have a winner. I'm gonna need some help. Okay. Mission success. A shout out to the nice lady and the nice guy who helped me load this into my car. It took 2 people, 2 separate times to load this thing.
That's a big pumpkin.
It's just a little bit too heavy for me to hold. I need to start working out again. Got it in the house. Oh gosh. It's taking some minor damage to the Christmas tree. Oh. Well, now that I got this thing in my house, it's time to get carving. So I guess I'm gonna start cutting off the top, but it looks like it needs a little bit of help sitting up straight. Well, you know what? It's fine. Enough delays. I'm just gonna start cutting, I guess. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at how meaty this pumpkin is. That's like almost as long as my hand. That's how thick the skin is on this. Now for the fun part of cleaning it out. I got my work ahead of me. This pumpkin has a very, very fruity smell to it. It smells pretty good. I don't normally do this, but I'm just gonna try one bite. That's not the worst pumpkin I've ever had. Honestly, this is the best pumpkin I've ever tasted. What the heck? Since when does pumpkin taste good to eat raw? Okay, that looks about clean. And now, we draw the face. I need to look up some spooky face inspo. I like the vibe of this. Yes, this is the vibe I'm going for. I hope I'm able to really do this face justice. You know what? I think this is a good start. There we go. One down. Oh yes, the eye holes. Eye holes are complete. Now it's time for the mouth. Mouth is done. So for the teeth, I think I'm gonna use some screws. Just really long and scary looking screws. I'm gonna paint them white first, but before I even paint them, I'm gonna have to cut off the top part. That way I can stick them inside the pumpkin. Right now I can't do that. I wanna apologize in advance for how messy my garage is right now. But anyway, it's not really that important. It's time to cut some screws. This is gonna be harder than I thought. Okay, maybe these will work. Nope. These bad boys, maybe? This should do it. I mean, it'll technically work. I just want to say, this feels extremely dangerous with all my stuff in the background. I need to find a better place to do this. Might as well finish this one off. Guys, the answer was in front of me the entire time. A giant tinfoil sheet. I'm really glad that I just happened to have this thing laying around 5 feet from where I was working. I just don't want anything in my garage to catch on fire. This really is a lot for teeth. I think I'm gonna have to find something else to use for teeth. Okay guys, so I ultimately decided that the screw idea, it's fun, it's hip, it's very dangerous. So instead of spending 20 hours cutting screws, I'm just gonna use acrylic nails again. But luckily, these are already shaped. So all I really have to do is paint them. I just wanna completely fill his mouth with these sharp teeth. I'm just gonna paint a bunch of these.
2,000 years later.
Okay, now that the paint is all dry, I can take these off and shove them into my pumpkin. Honestly, I'm just hoping that this doesn't look too similar to last year's pumpkin. It's bigger, that's pretty much the only difference, really. So the teeth are looking pretty spooky, and I had some more of these teeth left over, so I think I'm just gonna fill his entire eye hole with teeth. Just bleeding gum teeth just all up in his eye hole. I can already see it now. Okay, now I gotta transplant the pumpkin over here. Oh my gosh! Oh my god. This was a lot bigger than I thought it would be on my desk. I'm kind of seeing stars after lifting that. Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna cover kind of like the mouth and the eyes in this liquid latex. That way it has sort of like a skin-like texture. Just get that liquid latex all up in there. Now I kind of want to give him some eyebrows. Just some like, you know, angry, like kind of scary looking eyebrows, you know? I'm really hoping that this turns out good. I've never been very good at eyebrows. And then down by his mouth, I kind of want to make it look like green slime is just oozing out. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of texture, just really raise up like, you know, part of it so you can kind of just see like really runny stuff coming out. It's gonna be like slime and blood. It's gonna be great. I'm even gonna put some spots in his teeth to kind of like show where the blood is and have it kind of dripping down with the hot glue. Just make it very drippy looking. Guys, check out what happens when I add a green light. Whoa! Dude, that looks so sick! Holy crap. I really like this so far. Wow, I almost don't think it needs more, but we're gonna paint all this to look like blood. And then we have to paint the inside black. Maybe I should actually do the eyebrows first. Really big black eyebrows. Now we're gonna go and fill in the blood. Oh yes, just blood dripping from his eye. Ironically, I think I'm gonna have to repaint this orange to make it look like a pumpkin again. I didn't think about this with all the hot glue. Well guys, it looks like I am in fact painting my pumpkin orange. This is indeed happening now. At this point, is this even like a jack-o'-lantern? Like, this is just madness. There's just so many different mediums here. It's barely even pumpkin anymore. The eyebrows, not gonna lie, turned out a little goofy. Something a little bit of paint can't fix, hopefully. Now I'm gonna go in and add even more blood. Just blood dripping down his mouth, just dripping everywhere. Add just a little bit of black in there. And it really just makes the red just really texturize and look really good. I'm adding a little bit more hot glue, just so it looks like the blood is coming out of the eye. So I let him dry for a little bit, and I really like how it turned out so far, but I kind of want to change this kind of eye drippy thing to like slime. You can already see the little green dot where I started testing it, but I thought it would look really cool if like just like a green ooze was just coming out of his eyeball, and then it kind of just joins in with the blood. Okay, and with the light on, this green blends in perfectly with it. This looks so cool. I'm gonna turn off the lights for you guys. Whoa! That's pretty sick. I love the outline. Wow, that's so cool actually. Oh, that's awesome. And then the light turns on and you're just like, ah, this is fantastic. Guys, I have a programmable light in here, so now look at this. Woo! Dude, it's a party in here! Whoa! Oh, there's an automatic party button! Oh, I love this. Oh, this is awesome. Dude! I need to put this on my porch. But before I do that, I actually put my light inside of a bag so that when I put it inside the pumpkin, it won't destroy my light. And now, it'll go all night. This light right here with the battery was about $40. Pretty worth it to make your pumpkin look freaking epic. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robbie. This is my spooky craft corner. So earlier, I went to my local grocery store and picked up a couple of cute little pumpkins, but unfortunately, these aren't gonna last forever. So I went over to Michael's and I got some fake ones instead. They sold 3 different kinds and that gave me a great idea. So for this first pumpkin, I'm gonna have 1 minute to carve it. So since I only have 1 minute to carve this pumpkin, I'm actually gonna pre-gather all of my supplies. That way, I'm not frantically just running around and looking for them. Easy peasy, beautiful, cover girl. So I guess the countdown starts right now. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I would do. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have like a thought out scary face. I just kind of went with it and I already messed up. Let's see, 30 seconds? I spent 30 seconds just drawing the face. Okay, this is why I brought the torch. Come on! I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to do this in the time that I have left. That's nuts. Oh, that went through like butter though. Wow, that definitely helped. Oh, that smells like burning plastic. Beautiful. Oh, and I ran out of time before I could even finish it. I don't think 1 minute is enough time for me to completely carve a pumpkin. So I'm just gonna finish this one up a little bit past the time. Yeah, it's a first one. It's practice, okay? So this ended up taking me like 3 minutes to carve. Not bad, but it's definitely not 1 minute. But you know what? I think it still turned out pretty cute. It's just a cute little jack-o'-lantern. Maybe throw a little candle in there. Not bad. So this is what I could do in realistically 5 minutes. I didn't speed on this because I didn't want to cut myself with the blade. That's also very important, guys. Don't cut yourself with the blades. They're very dangerous. Now let's see what I can do in 1 hour. So now we go on to our slightly bigger pumpkin. I don't have a lot of surface area to work with. It's a little bit squished. You see? I guess I'm gonna have to do like a long mouth maybe and some scary eyes. So starting exactly right now, I have 1 hour to carve this pumpkin. I actually have no idea what I'm gonna do for this, so I'm gonna look up some spooky pumpkin inspo. Ooh, I really like this one. So I have to put this onto there. I think I can do it. It looks a little complicated, but you know what? I'm gonna try my best. So it looks like we have some very jagged lines. It needs to kind of like curve a little bit. I hope I'm not doing too many, because every one I do, that's one I have to cut out. Oh, and then I still have to fit his eyes in there. I'm not gonna have any room for his eyes. Okay, so this is why I did it in pencil. We'll try this again. I'm gonna start with the eyes this time, maybe. Way too low. Dude, I am so good at this. I'm just so good at art. Oh my gosh, I've already used 7 minutes. Ugh. I'll try and clean it up in the carving. If not, you know, it is what it is. So now I gotta do kind of like the opposite. I'm just gonna give him some tails on his eyes, just really make him spooky, you know. So far his eyes, turning out good. Now I gotta do his mouth. I'm just gonna do the edges of his mouth first because I think it'll be easier. I decided I'm gonna put him in this little stand to maybe help me hold him in place. Honestly, not bad. This was a cheap laptop stand that I made. I didn't have paint, so I just covered it in tape. Of course I did. 48 minutes on the clock. So I'm done drawing out the mouth, and it only took me 15 minutes to draw everything. So now I have to carve all the details out. I don't know if I can do this in an hour. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna try my best. I'm making admittedly way better time than I thought I would. Now the mouth. This is gonna take probably longer than both the eyes combined. Ooh. One section down. Okay, cool. Got all that out. Nice. Intern! Where are you, intern? I forgot he doesn't work today. Feels like no matter how hard I try, I always get super glue all over my hands, and it's just a gross super glue mess afterwards. Then my hands get all, ugh, gross. Ah! We got one over here. Hopefully that holds it in place. I'm gonna let the super glue dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the final touches on it. And with the last 8 minutes I have left, I'm gonna carefully take my paint and paint the inside of my pumpkin boy. This is much harder than I thought it would be. I think I might actually have to cut off his top. Oops. I can feel him breaking. The super glue's not dry yet, and I only have 7 minutes, but I have no choice to do this. There we go. 6 minutes left. I have to paint. Maybe if I just put the paint in there. Just dump it all in, swirl it around so the paint just gets everywhere. Just paint in his eyes, his mouth. No! I broke his mouth! What have I done? Oh, I messed up. Just pretend that's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. It's just a jack-o'-lantern, Robbie. You don't gotta get stressed out about it, okay? But I kind of feel like I have to when I only have 2 minutes left! Oh my gosh, that's still very broken. That super glue didn't even work. Ah! It's falling off. That's so stressful. Stay there. Please just don't move. Oh my gosh, I messed up so bad. So now that the time is done, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is complete. I was gonna wash all the black paint off, but I just didn't have time. Plus, you know, the black paint kind of looks cool anyway. But overall, you know, spending an hour on this, I'm actually pretty happy with it. You know, it could have turned out a lot worse. I guess we'll see how it looks in the dark. So for the biggest pumpkin, what I think I'm gonna do is make this guy into Audrey 2. I swear I didn't mean for that to rhyme. That was a complete accident. Now, there's a lot that goes into turning this into this. So, I'm gonna have to probably do a little blueprinting first. So the first thing to make Audrey 2 is I'm gonna need to make the head. So there's actually a bunch of different versions of Audrey 2. We got some big ones, we got some small ones. This one looks pretty promising. I could make a giant version of when he was tiny in the Maxwell House coffee can, but then I'd have to find a giant Maxwell House coffee can or something like that. I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of this. We just got a bunch of these really big, beautiful vines growing up into this bulb, like the flower, but this is gonna be our pumpkin. And I think I'm gonna keep the head kind of very pumpkin-like so that it just kind of blooms into a pumpkin with big old teeth like that. So I'll start off with our pumpkin, and then it's gonna have like the mouth. That'll be the bottom of the pumpkin. And then I think I want to keep the stem as the nose. Or would it make sense to have the stem coming out of the stem? Because I think that would make more sense. Otherwise, I'll have all these vines kind of coming out of the back. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the stem as the nose idea. It would be pretty fun though. But I'm gonna put the stem back here. Then we're gonna get ourselves a pot, add some leaves, or maybe some stems. I could add some like fun little pumpkin stems even, like growing off of it. That would be fun. Some like little turny turns. This is the stem for the pumpkin. Then we need some big old teeth. So this is looking pretty good, but I think it would be even better if I added some of these leaves maybe. They have like a big leaf behind this one. I'm not sure how that would really look with pumpkins. How do pumpkins grow in the wild? Pumpkins growing in the wild. So they kind of look like this. So I'm probably gonna have to go in and make the leaves separate. I don't know where I would buy leaves like this, especially because they have like that, those little spikes on them, like the little furry texture. So I have to figure out how to add that furry texture to it. So we're basically gonna need the pumpkin head, the leaves, and the stem. And then we have to figure out how to put it all together. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is make the pumpkin head, because that seems like the most interesting part. Also, we could call it something like Audrey 3, but I'm gonna call this one Tory 2. Oh yes, Tory 2 looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna give this to my girlfriend when I'm done, by the way. Let's start on this pumpkin head. So as I've been looking at it, I genuinely think that keeping the stem as a nose would be really cute. Because if you look at classic jack-o'-lanterns, they're essentially growing out of the bottom of the pumpkin anyway. It doesn't make any sense, and I never really thought about this until now. But you know, they still have a stem on the top, see? It's like this, you see? It's the same concept. Like there's the body, and there's a little stem coming out of that. So I think it would make sense to make that the nose. I'm just gonna make that the nose. That's my artistic idea. First thing I'm gonna do is draw a line where I wanna cut the mouth. I think if this sort of, the stem was like the very tip, and then go down one of these lines. Yeah. Then just go evenly down one of these lines on either side. Would that be a big enough jaw? I don't think so. I'm gonna make the jaw just a little bit bigger. Erase that line. This is exactly why I'm using pencil. Now I need to go and grab my X-Acto knife, which is actually right over here. A boopity boop. Now I'm gonna carefully cut this bad boy. It's already coming together. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that so far. Now, I need to figure out how I'm gonna keep this open like this. Or alternatively, I could just keep cutting it. There we go. Now the first thing I'm gonna do while I have it open is paint the entire inside black. Or maybe I might actually do red. Audrey 2 had purple on the inside of his mouth, so I could do red or purple. I also forgot to set a timer, so here's 10 hours, guys. This is only gonna be 10 hours when I'm physically working on the pumpkin. I'm actually going to put 9 hours and 45 minutes since I already technically started working on it. I genuinely hope that I can give this guy justice and, you know, put in the proper work it deserves. Okay, let's get to painting the inside of this pumpkin. This beautiful purple. I almost want to mask off the outside of the pumpkin before I do this, but I have time so I can just wash it off if I mess up, I guess. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this pencil here to hold it open. Life hack! So just painting it took about 15 minutes. So while this is drying, I'm gonna start working on the stem. So for the stem and the vines, I think I'm gonna have to make them kind of rigid yet bendable. And that's why I have this super thick wire. This is 16 gauge dark and a lead wire. It's for like making models and stuff, but basically I'm gonna use a bunch of these, put them inside of his stem, and then I think I'm gonna cover these in rope and maybe some cotton balls, maybe a little bit of tissue paper, and then just completely just drench the entire thing in latex, paint it green, boom bam, we're done. So I have my tissue, now I'm gonna have to go get some rope. I tried looking inside of my rope box, but I didn't see any rope that I really felt fit the vibe of vines. So I decided to give my good friend Pumpkin Robby a visit. Hey sir, how you doing? Looking a little bald there. I decided I'm taking these. Thank you so much. I'll pay you back. Oh my gosh, that guy is so creepy. So now that I have my rope, I'm just gonna take our anti-lid wire and just string it right through. Luckily, this comes apart into 3 pieces, so it's pretty easy to put it through this rope. I'm just gonna occasionally put it through one of the little strings, just to help hold it together. Let's hope this rope holds itself together better than I do. I haven't actually decided how long I want his stem yet, but I'm thinking if it's 2 feet tall, that should be great. So here's my ruler, and I'm gonna cut this to be about 2 feet long. A boobity boop. Using our cutting tool, we're just gonna cut it. I'm gonna do a little bit longer, 27. There we go, 27 just to be safe. I'm gonna do a few of these. That should be good enough for now. How's that? Will that hold up an entire pumpkin? I don't think it will, but I know a little trick that'll help these stiffen up a little bit. So first, we're gonna need our power drill. Oh, where the heck did it go? Oh, there's my saw. Hey, are you using this right now? You are using it?
Yeah.
You need it right now? Okay, I'll figure something else out. I'm a problem solver. I know how to fix this. I have other drills, but are they charged? Oh, yes, that is. So basically, I get my drill. I put it in here. There we go. Oh! And normally, I would put it in my vise and straighten it out. However, I saw a life hack where you can just use pliers. And I can use all the life hacks I could get right now. So first, we're gonna use the vise method, and we're gonna see how long this takes. 1827, that's when I'm starting. I go through a second time. Okay, I'm gonna call this one done. 1916. If my math is right, that took roughly 2 minutes. Now let's try our brand new friend, the life hack method, using pliers. We're gonna start 916, 25. Wow, that's getting so straight! Oh my gosh, that was so much faster. And we got it in 1 minute! That is impressive. Okay, I'm gonna do this with all of them. My attention span hurts. Concentrating consecutively for this long hurts my brain, and it's only been 1 hour. I also decided that they weren't stiff enough, so I'm cutting more of this wire too. Just a bunch of it, because I really need it to hold up my pumpkin. So now I'm gonna take 3 of these that are the same length, put all these off to the side for now, and then I'm gonna start weaving them together. Kind of twist them all together at the bottom. So now I just gotta do that all the way up. There we go. I'm trying to make this as hard to bend as possible. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do it with this wire, but that's not bad. Now I'm gonna take this rope, make this into a point, and then hopefully we can guide it up inside of it without too much problems. There we go. Got it right in there. Now I'm just gonna guide it onto it. I'm gonna pull this off and then just wrap it around. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna snip the rope. I should have probably used scissors, but wire cutters will do just fine. I'm gonna open up the end and put all the ropes inside. And now it will never escape. I'm definitely gonna have to make quite a few of these to hold up that pumpkin head. And then I'm gonna weave all these guys together. So now that I made 4 of them, I'm gonna try and weave all 4 of them together. I'm just gonna weave these 3 together and then have the 4th one kind of wrap around. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna twist the whole thing together so that it feels like one just giant meshed together vine. Okay, that's a lot more stiff, not bad. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and add even more to the bottom and then have little offshoots for the vines. Just gonna go ahead and add more wire, I guess.
A few inches later.
Add more wire.
3:28 a.m.
Add more rope. He's pretty sturdy now, really happy with that. I gave him some tentacle arms. I don't really know what they would be, like plant arms. And then I have a bunch of the wire coming off so that I can add leaves to it. So I've been working on it for about 3 hours. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cover this entirely in latex. Latex, latex, latex. There's gonna be so much latex on this thing. Okay, so this looks like it is very soaked in latex. We're just gonna take it outside and I'm just gonna hang it up. It's a good thing I got this clothesline here. Looking pretty good. Now I just have to let this dry for a little bit. And with 7 hours and 32 minutes on the clock, I don't really have a lot of time to waste, so let's get back to this guy. So before I do anything on this pumpkin, I actually went ahead and drew a little outline of how I want this pumpkin head to turn out. So the first thing I'm gonna have to do is probably add a bunch of teeth to him. But then I thought, should I really add the teeth first? I kind of want to do everything inside before I work on all the sharp objects, right? The other things I gotta do is add like a little tongue, Now I thought of maybe making the tongue more like a vine, kind of like that. Maybe it could get a little bit bigger and then almost like sit on the floor of the mouth. And in a lot of renditions of Audrey 2 I saw, they had like some sort of flower in the middle. Also, the nose is now here again, so we have the stem. And then I have to figure out a way to attach it later, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna make the tongue an extension of this, so that it all kind of goes together. So the first thing I gotta do is look for something to make a tongue and a flower. Oh, okay, to the attic. This is so stressful! Oh my gosh, it's so hot up here. Let's see, what can we find to use as a tongue? I just need something vine-like. Oh, a whip? Ooh, that would be fun. But I don't want to use my fancy whip. Ooh, we have this bungee cord. We have even more rope. This rope is different enough. I guess I could use it as vines. And then this rope is really weird looking. Oh, even better, red rope. Okay, good. Rope for the tongue. The teeth? Oh, I already know what I'm gonna make the teeth out of. This air dry clay. Easy peasy, very moldable. I've made teeth with these plenty of times in 5-minute crafts. The flower, where am I gonna get a flower? I completely forgot that my living room is part jungle. We have absolutely so many flowers to pick from. I'm thinking a red rose, that would be cute. Ooh, or bright purple. Yeah, let's do purple. Thank you so much for your sacrifice, living room. I really appreciate it. Okay, I think we got everything we need. Oh no! I did not mean to do that. Well, this will make it easier to work on, I guess. Right now, I'm gonna be working on the clay. I'm just gonna make these long, skinny, sharp teeth. I kind of just want to put them on his mouth as I do it as well. That way it just forms to his mouth. Beautiful. Now I just gotta do that a bunch more times on this side and a bunch more times on this side. So I just finished the bottom, and honestly, it's looking really cool. So I really don't want the top and bottom teeth to hit each other, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a mark where I want to add all the teeth. I thought this would be the easiest way to do it. And there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, teeth are finished. Let's see if I messed up. On this side, we're just about good, but I need to adjust some things on this side. Oops, just need to move it back a little bit. And there we go, all fixed. I mean, that's better. Not bad, okay, looking good. Now I'm gonna put some clay to kind of like reinforce the whole back. Easy peasy. This will be kind of like his gums as well. Now I'm gonna bring it over to my latex table and just cover it completely in latex. Finish latexing in all the teeth, and they are looking pretty good. The top kind of came disconnected from the bottom. That's fine. I can fix that. Not a big deal. But I also had a problem letting them dry because all the drippies from the latex were going up, and this is the top of it, so that wouldn't make any sense. Anyway, these look awesome so far. Let's start on the tongue. So I think a rope about this long should do it. I'm just guessing completely. That's what I do. I don't know why I keep doing that. And I'm gonna do the old wire trick. Oh man, I'm almost out of wire. So now, I'm gonna cut this off, and now I'm gonna try and flatten this as much as I can. You know what? That worked not great. So I'm gonna grab some medical tape, and I'm gonna start laying it out on top of it. I'm gonna do another layer. There we go. Try and flatten it out some more. A couple more layers of that, and we should be good. Oh yes, that's a little more tongue-like. So we're gonna take the bottom of this guy and figure out how far I want the tongue to come out. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this and cover it in latex. Gonna grab some red. Ooh, that looks like a red tongue. Oh yes, nice and painted. Let's go put it out to dry. A boopity boop. There we go. Ah, and you look about done. Maybe we should start working on you again. So using the C-stand, I'm gonna try and hang it up. And now, it's in the perfect position for me to paint it. A boopity boop. It's time to paint this bad boy brown. This is looking more like a tree by the second. Now I'm gonna go in and paint the rest of this clay sort of purple to match the inside of the mouth. I actually ran out of this purple, so I'm gonna be using a slightly different purple. Shh, I'm sure no one will notice. Ooh, I already notice. Maybe we'll do a fun blue. Oh, yes. I think I'm down with this blue. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. I think I was supposed to mix it, but it's fine. What if I mix the two together? Am I gonna regret this? I already sort of regret this, but it doesn't look bad. Anyway, so I'm gonna start painting the gums now. Hopefully this turns out okay. I'm trying to avoid getting any paint on the teeth because I want those to stay white. So the farther I get painting with this, the less I'm really liking it. I think I actually want to go with red instead of blue because gums are generally red, not blue. I mean, I guess he is kind of like an alien guy, but honestly, I think it would just look a lot better if it was red. So I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna repaint it red. But I guess I could start on the top. Okay, we'll try this again with some red. Oh, that does not look red. I mean, I guess it kinda does, but does it look like... Oh, I could see that being gum red, so I'm gonna go with this color instead.
Eventually.
Okay guys, so I actually took a little break from working on this for a couple days, and they never dried. I think it's because I put latex on them, so the oxygen couldn't get to them and they couldn't dry. You can tell like where I started peeling them off, and it just crumbled off. Ah! So I have to essentially redo the teeth. This is what failure looks like, guys. None of them are dry. They just break. Look at that. Ugh. I'm gonna have to start this whole thing over again. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish in 10 hours now. All this hard work in the trash. So I actually went out and bought even more air dry clay. I'm hoping that this stuff is better. The other stuff I had is like 3 years old. That's probably part of the reason why it's so crusty. Okay, so I got all of them in, and the more I'm looking at it, the more I kind of just want to make this into a more traditional looking Venus flytrap. Like, they have these really long things on them. Look at that. I think that it's more fitting for the aesthetic personally, but then Audrey too just has little teeth. I also think I want to give him like these like lips that kind of come out. So I'm gonna add a few more wires coming off, and then I'm gonna add the clay and make it look like he has more lips. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use my new clay, slightly better clay. I have two different kinds. I have actual clay and I have this magic model clay. This is a lot lighter, so I kind of want to try and use the foam before I use the clay. Oh my gosh. Whoa! Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this up. Dude, my hands are so dirty. I'm so glad I'm painting this afterwards because this is gonna get really gross really quick. So I guess I'm gonna go in and just start making a lip. So now I basically filled the entire head with some tin foil. That way it's still pretty light. And then I'm just gonna cover the entire thing in air dry foam. Just a real thin layer. Just put it straight over there. That way the roof of his mouth isn't like all the way concaved into his head. Okay, so we got the two tops reclayed together. Now I have to wait for these to dry. I'm not gonna count that as me working on it, by the way. This says it's gonna take a day, but I'm hoping it doesn't. And then I'm gonna start painting them and latexing them and doing all sorts of fun stuff. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the leaves. So I bought this really fun pot to put our Tori 2 in. It's almost like a cauldron thing. I don't know. I saw it at Lowe's and I really liked it. So I decided I'm gonna put our Tori 2 in here. But one problem, our stem, if I were to put it to the bottom, it would only be this tall. And that's cool, I guess, but I want it to be ever so slightly taller. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this piece of wood, cut it down, drill a hole in the piece of wood to place it into. That way it's just ever so slightly taller. So we want it to be about that tall. Right around here ought to do it. Perfect. Okay, that's not bad. But will it hold a pumpkin as well? It feels kinda not super stable. I'm gonna go just a little bit deeper. There we go, that's better. Now we're gonna put the lime in the coconut. Yeah, I think that definitely made it a little taller, which was in fact our goal. So now I'm gonna go ahead and mix some concrete. So it says I need 5-to-1 ratio of water to cement. I'll just do the whole thing. Add a little bit of water. I'm hoping that's about right. This is looking pretty mixed, and according to the bottle, this should only take about an hour to dry. In retrospect, I could have almost just mixed it inside of this thing. I'm gonna take this out just to kind of help it not tip over. And while this dries, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on some other stuff. So I was gonna try and make custom leaves for this, but my time is kind of running low, and I still have to repaint this entire head. So I went up to the attic and I managed to find this bag of miscellaneous flowers. I think I might be able to find some leaves that look like pumpkin leaves in here. Ooh, this looks like a pumpkin leaf. Now I just gotta find a bunch more. So I managed to find all of these, and I got some of these tiny pumpkins at Michael's. They were kind of expensive just for a little vine. This was $13? Are you joking? I'm gonna start putting some foliage on this little tree and just start putting it on just like that. See, there we go. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put one of these little pumpkins at the end of each one. Okay, this is looking a lot more plant-like. I'm really liking this a lot, actually. It really just needed leaves and tiny pumpkins. If I have enough time, I'm gonna paint the tiny pumpkins nice and orange, but if not, you know, white looks fine. And with about 2 hours left on the clock, I might just be able to finish it in time. Okay, I'm gonna try and attempt to paint this. It's still kind of soft, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so it's been about an hour. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and shove my plant right in there. Wow, yeah, that's stable. And I can still pull it out if I really need to. I just have to figure out how I wanna attach the pumpkin right here. I wonder how I'm gonna do it. While I think about it, I'm gonna start painting the underside of this orange, because there really is no time to waste. So I went in and I started adding leaves to the top. That way I can put the pumpkin right on top of it. Now I have to let it sit here and dry for about 24 hours until I can really do anything. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. So it's the next day. This is kind of dry. It definitely still feels very squishy, and it feels like it still needs to dry a little bit longer. But I was just messing around and I made an awful discovery. So I actually started taking all these leaves off, and that's because when I put the pumpkin on, it doesn't hold it. It's not strong enough. Ah! And that's only the top part. It's supposed to hold both parts. This is gonna be so heavy. So now I have to basically reinforce this. What I think I'm gonna do is go in and insert some of this rebar. This rebar is so strong and it's so hard to bend. But the only downside is I have to basically put a bunch of rope on it and start painting it to look the exact same. And I only have an hour and 43 minutes left. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish in time. My workspace is so dirty and I need to clean it up. I don't even have time for this. So now I'm gonna attempt to bend this rebar. So now I can just put the pumpkin on this guy. Okay, is it gonna work? Yeah, not bad. So this actually looks really good in my opinion, but I think what I'm gonna have to end up doing is adding another piece of rebar on the side of this and have it hold the bottom. It's coming together. It really is. But I don't have a lot of time left. Okay, so I got my second piece of rebar installed. I'm just gonna put it together. Yeah, not bad. I kind of wish his mouth was a little bit more open, but I think so far it's looking really good. I had a few things break along the way, like inside of his mouth. It's kind of broken from the rebar now. I got little dinks and dents, so I'm gonna have to repaint a lot of this, and I still have to repaint all these vines. And I also still need to insert his tongue. I don't even know how I'm gonna figure that out. It's looking pretty good though, but I still have a lot of work left on it. So the next thing I did was I grabbed my hot glue gun and I started putting some texture on the lips, kind of like that. So now it looks like there's a bunch of vines coming out, or like I don't know, like the mouth has a lot more texture now. And I also started covering it in some latex because that's one of the other things I was gonna start doing. Almost to give it kind of like a slimy texture and also to finish it off. That way the paint stays really nice. So I only have about an hour left. I definitely don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this in time, which makes me kind of sad. So I guess I'm gonna be spending over 10 hours on this project, this one pumpkin, which I guess is fine, but dang, I really thought I could get it done in 10 hours, so that's kind of a bummer. So I ended up covering everything so far, the mouth in latex. I put a bunch of paper towels in here to kind of cover up the hole that I just busted open. I got the top part all finished, also covered in latex. It's looking pretty good. I think it's gonna look a lot better when it's dry. I still have to somehow figure out this back part right here. So I think I'm gonna have to get some of this rope, paint it brown, cover this whole thing up as much as I can, and then just kind of hot glue it to this so that it looks like a vine is coming out of it. At least that's my plan. With about 16 minutes left, I started painting the inside of his mouth. The paint dried really fast, but the vines, really happy with that. And with only 24 seconds left, I still have so much left to do on this. I definitely am going over on my time limit. Ah! Time's up. Well, I'll give myself another 5 hours. Just kidding. Okay, I got 3 hours. 3 more hours to work on this. Woo! Go me! 13 hours. I also painted the inside of his mouth blue, and I think it looks really cool. So I came up with this last minute idea where I basically paint these leaves. I'm just gonna put them all over my floor because I don't really have enough time to do them in batches big enough for my table. The intern's gonna love me after this. But then I want to do it with all these leaves too. Oh, that's gonna look so cool. I have to take out the tiny pumpkins. I can still paint the tiny pumpkins. Okay, so I added a little bit of pink on all the leaves. I thought it would look cool. I have mixed feelings about it. It only took me, oh my gosh, 20 minutes. Now I'm going in with my tiny hot glue gun, and I actually have glow-in-the-dark hot glue that I'm just putting in all the little holes. It looks good. It's like a slime kind of going through him, and then when you turn off the lights, it's gonna glow, be real fun. So now, I have to re-add all the leaves. And there she is, nice and covered in leaves. I'm still waiting for all the paint inside of her mouth to dry, but I'm really liking how the leaves are turning out. Some of them are falling off because I have her on this rotating platform. I'm probably gonna stop that for a sec. It's making me dizzy. And since I gave myself more time, I decided I am going to paint my little pumpkins. So while I'm waiting for these to dry, I decided I'm gonna start working on the flower with the tongue in the middle of his mouth. And I started taking apart flowers and stacking them on top of each other. So now I got a sunflower in the middle, a blue flower, and then a pink flower. And I'm just gonna keep stacking it until I get a really fat flower. I basically took off the stem, and now I'm just stacking all the little petals from the other ones on top of it. Just like that. It's like 6 different flowers in one. So I grabbed my tongue that I made earlier, and I left a little wire kind of hanging out like this. And this is where I'm gonna put the flower. Now I'm just gonna put a bunch of leaves on it, just like that. Some foliage, just to give it a little bit of depth. I'm gonna grab the flower that we made and just put it right on there. But now it's just sitting on his tongue. Perfect. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna hot glue it in. While I'm at it, I decided to add some more glow-in-the-dark hot glue to his tongue. That way, it looks like he just has all this glow-in-the-dark spit. More latex on everything. Everything needs more latex. But look how good it looks. Wow. Guys, I put on the tiny pumpkins, and I have to say, this is coming together so good. I'm so happy with this so far. Oh my gosh, look at all, what? So now I'm just waiting for the tongue to dry and inside the mouth, and then I'm gonna put the tongue inside the mouth, and then it should be just about completed. Okay guys, are you ready for the magic moment where everything comes together? And it is complete! Look how good that turned out. Oh my gosh, I am so happy with this. Absolutely amazing. It's like I took a moment and I just froze a perfect encapsulating moment. It's like it's in slow-mo. Woo! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. There's one other thing I have to do, and that is put some straw inside the pot. It's just like a pumpkin patch, you see? They have straw and hay pumpkin patches. So now, that's what I'm gonna put in here, I guess. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Dude, that fits it perfectly. I'm also just gonna add a little bit of the Spanish moss to almost accent it a little bit. Just in really inconspicuous places, you see? Just like that. Don't mind me, just putting on some moss. And with my 15 plus hours of work on this thing, here's how it turned out. Okay guys, so after 15 hours of work and making a huge mess in my studio, it's finally complete. Look how beautiful. Fantastic. Absolutely super happy with this. So just to review, I spent about 1 minute carving this pumpkin. I spent about 1 hour carving this pumpkin, and overall about 15 hours carving this one. Oh, Tori Dobransky!
Yes?
Hey, I got you something. Do you want to come see it? It's in the craft corner.
What did you get me?
It's a surprise. Come on, let's go. Let's go, come on.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Tori Dobransky. Behind this wall is something I spent over 15 hours on. Are you ready to see it?
In a long time. I'm ready.
So here's the blueprints of what I was trying to make, okay?
Okay,
This is
cute.
Tory 2. Yeah?
So I'm just trying to block it. That's cute though. I like it.
Are you ready to see the final product?
Yes, yes.
Come here, come here. Look! Here it is!
Oh my god, it even spins!
Yeah, I put it on a spinning platform.
That's so cute. You did such a good job.
Look at him go!
God, look at him. I like it, Robbie.
Yeah?
Fun.
I had to start over twice because
God.
some things got messed up.
Oh no. Why's there a bunch of pink on it?
It's just the leaves. I put pink on the leaves because
Okay.
it's a rainforest plant. I just thought it would make it look cool.
You did a good job. Are these movable?
Yeah, you can
You can
position
move
them.
them. You can make them say hello.
I had him holding a selfie stick earlier.
You did.
I did. He had a selfie stick and he was taking a photo with the GoPro. It was really cute.
That's cute. I like it. You did a good job. Good pumpkin.
And it's gonna last forever because it's a real pumpkin. You don't think it's gonna last forever?
It's not a real pumpkin.
Oh, just kidding. And it's gonna last forever because it's a fake pumpkin.
Very cute. Very scary.
I'm glad you like it. Take it out of here. Take it to your room.
What? I want to lift it up by myself. I don't want it to fall and get damaged and break.
Okay, I'll help you move it. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so for this next one, I'm gonna be making a giant puking pumpkin, and then I'm gonna be making a little tiny puking pumpkin. Oh, but first, I gotta carve these bad boys. This big one's gonna be a lot of work. Let's do this. Okay guys, so this pumpkin is so freaking big. This is how much of my desk it's taking up. I literally went to the store and bought the biggest pumpkin they had. Down in the comments down below, guess how much I spent on this pumpkin? Person who gets the closest, I'll give a shout out to in the next video. Anyway, okay, so first I gotta take the top off. So, here we go. First one. Oh, this is so scary. This is a big guy. Oh, okay. I have to stand on a stool just to get high enough to carve this frickin' thing. I just broke the stem off. Dang it. I've already hot glued this thing back on once. Come on, pumpkin. It's gonna be really hard without the stem now. Come on. Oh, it's coming out. 1, 2, in. Please don't break. Oh, I did it. Yes. Oh my god. There's so many pumpkin guts in here. Okay, time to start emptying this thing out. Here we go. Oh, it's gonna take me like an hour to gut this thing. Do I have anything else to like? I found a spoon! Maybe I should have gotten a shovel. I feel like it's so dark in here. Oh yeah. I think I see your problem. Ugh. Oh, there's so many guys. Holy crud. This is gonna take me forever. Yep, that's a lot. So much pumpkin guts. Okay, we got all the guts out. It took like probably like half an hour. Now time to go on to the little one. This one's gonna be a lot easier, I think. So gotta move this guy down. Now I have a little bit of a hernia. Okay, now it's time for our little pumpkin. I think for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and use an X-Acto knife to cut off the top. Little guy. Okay, here we go. Can you even carve little pumpkins? Come on. Yes, I did it! I did not think that little pumpkins could be carved. Okay, how do I... Okay, I have a problem. Maybe if I do it this way? Yeah, there we go. Aha! And we did it! Yeah, we hollowed it out. Okay, well I have it like this, I might as well carve out the mouth. So this looks like a good side. Do like right here. And they just kind of did a little circle for that. And then they just drew eyes on it for theirs. So I think that's what we're gonna do for ours. He's like in distress, understand? He's like, this is awful. And he's like puking. This was me last night after I had that sushi. Yeah, there we go. Now we just cut out the mouth. And perfect. He's beautiful. How do I get his top on? I lost it. Put your hat back on. Did the shape of the pumpkin just like change or something? What did I do wrong? I'm genuinely confused. There we go. Okay, we got the top back on. That's so cute. Now time for the big one. Okay. You can't even, this thing's too big. Okay, here's our big pumpkin. And I actually made lines where I think the mouth should go. Just gonna go ahead and draw the mouth. I'm gonna have a freaking hernia after this video. Is that right? Then we draw the eyes. Oh, there we go. That looks beautiful. Honestly, this is probably one of my greatest creations. Now time to cut out the mouth. It's gonna be a lot. So here we go. Wow, that's surprisingly way easier to cut than I thought it would be. I'm gonna use my little knife, actually. Okay, now we just gotta pop the top off. Go. Oh, yeah, we freaking did it. Pumpkin's basically all done. There he is. I'm gonna try and darken the eyes a little bit, if the Sharpie will allow. Give me a better Sharpie or something. Is this the same one I picked up? Yep. Well, good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put this top on. I also need to fix his stem, so let me just break out my hot glue gun. Okay, here's our hot glue gun. Just put it all on there. If it falls off again, I'm gonna be kind of sad. I just have to be really careful not to lift it by this thing. We just really get it in there. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now let's move on to making the mixture that we're gonna put inside the pumpkin. Okay, so this mixture is pretty simple. Here's our little pot. Then we add some water. Then we add some baking soda. I'm gonna add a lot of baking soda because we have a big pumpkin. I feel like I should have probably measured it before I started doing this, but you know, it's fine. Yeah! Looks good. Gonna mix that up. There's little bits of pumpkin in there and I'm very sorry. And last but not least, we add a little bit of dish soap. Here we go. Okay, that was probably a little too much. A little bit more. That's fine. Perfect. When I said last but not least, I was joking. The real last thing is food dye. Not sure whether I want to do green or not. Well, I'm already doing it, so we're adding green. This is so much green food coloring. This is gonna stain stuff really bad. Probably. This is gonna be very, very green. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, and I think that ought to do it. Let's go try this out. Okay, guys, so here's our little pumpkin. Look at that cute little pumpkin. Aww. I'm just gonna take his little top off and put some of this mixture in there. I don't know if I can do it, actually. I don't want to mess up the background. Yeah. Okay, we got some stuff all over him, so we're just gonna clean him up a little bit. There you go, little guy. I know you're having a... Oh, I just dropped this. That looks good. Let's go put him back. Okay, there we go. Put him right there. Put his little top on. Dang it, I always have a trouble. There it is. I got it on the first try. Now we get our vinegar. Wait, I need to take the top back off. Okay, sorry about this. Okay, here's our vinegar. I hate the smell of vinegar. You guys ready? 1, 2, and... He's puking! I'm gonna put his little top on. He's like, it's not as green as I'd like it to be, but it's pretty cute. I don't know. And that's never going back on. Anyway, that's a little one. You guys ready to do the big one? Let's do it. Oh, okay, guys, now we're gonna try and put stuff in this guy. Mix it up real good. There we go. Oh, dang. Maybe I should have made more. It did not even fill this pumpkin. There's like nothing in there. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get more. Okay, actually, I changed my mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it as is. That way it can kind of just come... Everything's falling apart just like my life. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, guys, you ready? I'm gonna put the top on right after I do it. So I'm gonna put it on and then go, here we go. Moment of truth. 1, 2, and... Dang, I really should have put more. Maybe. Okay, it's a slow process. I should have definitely made more, probably. It's just it's the world's slowest puke. Okay, guys, that's our favorite part of the video. Recreate the thumbnail. This is actually an original thumbnail, so here we go. Okay, so since the first one was lame, I'm gonna go ahead and add even more. I feel like I should pour it out of the pumpkin first. I added almost a whole box of baking soda this time, so... One more try, you ready? This is apple cider vinegar. It's the only vinegar we had left. 1, 2, here we go. Come on! It's going! Well, guys, I guess we can say that this one works. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It looks like this fight right down there. If you guys like this video and you guys want to watch me do even more fun life hacks and crafts, I have a whole playlist dedicated to me doing them right here. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys want this awesome new shirt or any of my other merch, you can click right here. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I'll see you guys again real soon. Peace, love, and Wi-Fi. Okay, bye.